I'm Roman Yossi of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Dante Fabro of the Nashville Predators.
This is Philip Forsberg of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Colton Sissons of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Eustace Aros of the Nashville Predators.
You're listening to the Renegades of Puck
with Crazy Charlie.
Welcome to the Bunker. Welcome to the Renegades of Puck podcast. I'm your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Saunier. And before we get started with the no-half step in hockey coverage, first, let me direct you to our home website, renegadesofpuck.com. Once you go to renegadesofpuck.com, you'll learn everything you need to know about the show. Then you can click on that merchandise tab, take you straight to our classic logo t-shirt, and all the different gimmicks you come to know and love and expect from the Renegades of Puck. We still have socks, throw pillows, wall art, bed sets, and so much more available in our online store, so please check it out. The best way to say it is that we've sold out so that you can buy in. Social media is of critical importance to this independent, unaffiliated operation, so here's how you can support the Renegades of Puck. You can find us on our brand new Threads account, so we'd appreciate some support over there. You can also find us on Instagram, and you can find us on Facebook and still lingering around on X, so please. Doesn't cost you a thing, doesn't take you but a second, but it sure goes a long way to helping out this independent hockey operation known as the Renegades of Puck. So again, you can help us out on social media. Also, you can follow along with the show on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications, and get the latest content from the Renegades of Puck. If you'd like to support the show financially, you can check us out with the virtual tip jar right over there on the corner of the desk. Scan the QR code or just go to Venmo and search Renegades of Puck at any time. Any dollar goes a long way to helping this independent, unaffiliated operation, and we sure do appreciate you helping us out here over the holidays, keep things running smoothly. After all, we do love when things operate rather smoothly. Now, listen, I know it's time for the No Half Step in hockey coverage, so let me deliver the goods with an extremely bad back right now. It's time for operation number 933. That's right, time for show number 933. And at this moment in hockey history, the Nashville Predators currently find themselves in 7th place in the Central Division after 22 games skated. They have a record of 7-12 and 317 points, has them way back in first place. We'll update the Central in a second here. 5-6-0 is their record at home, which is where their next game will take place against the Philadelphia Flyers. Update that game in a second. 52 goals for, 70 against. It's a goal differential of -18. Now the Central Division update. Winnipeg Jets in first with 36. Minnesota's in second with 30. The Dallas Stars are in third place with 26 points. Colorado has 24 points. The St. Louis Blues at 21 in fifth place. Utah has 19 points in sixth place. The Predators have 17 points, are in 7th place. The Chicago Blackhawks 1 point behind in 8th place. For the Nashville Predators, they will take on the Tampa Bay Lightning after this game against New Jersey Devils. Then Saturday, they'll head off on the road to Minnesota, so a back-to-back Friday versus Tampa Bay, Saturday in Minnesota, then Wednesday in Toronto, Thursday in Montreal, and the 7th of December in Ottawa. This is the first of two meetings of the regular season between the Predators and the Flyers. The next will take place near the end of the NHL schedule this season. March the 31st, the Preds will make their one and only trip into Philadelphia. Now, for the Flyers, they are 9-10-3 on the season. They have 21 points overall, 6th best in the Metropolitan Division, a home road record of 4-4-2, 64 goals for, 78 goals against, goal differential at -14. Their most recent stretch of 5 games completed on November the 16th with a 5-2 win versus Buffalo, on the 18th of November, a 3-2 loss versus Colorado, on the 20th of November, a 4-1 loss versus the Carolina Hurricanes, on the 23rd of November, a 3-2 overtime win versus Chicago, and most recently on the 25th, a 5-4 shootout loss versus Vegas. Fedotov, 26 out of 30, took the shootout loss in that one. Couple of updates for the Nashville Predators before we get into this game matchup. Luzon is listed as day-to-day, did not finish the game versus New Jersey. McCarron still listed as day-to-day, and Phil Tomasino has been traded and is now a member of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Taking a look at the NHL rankings between these two clubs in this game, the Predators at 2.36 goals per game is 30th best in the NHL, while the Philadelphia Flyers are 2.77 per game. That's 20th best. The Flyers are giving up 3.45 goals per game. That's 27th overall in the NHL. The Predators are giving up 3.18. That's 21st. Shots for Nashville, 29.6 is 14th. Philadelphia, 27.5 is 23rd. The Nashville Predators are giving up 30.5 shots against per game. That's 26th overall in the NHL, while the Philadelphia Flyers are giving up 28.6. That is 14th. In the power play category, special teams, 21.1% conversion rate for Nashville's 12th best. 15 out of 71 is the raw data for the Philadelphia Flyers. 24th overall is their ranking, 16.9% is their conversion rate, and 12 scores on 71 power play opportunities. When it comes to the penalty kill, the Nashville Predators are best overall in the NHL, rated first with a 90.5% kill rate, 7 power play goals against. But the Philadelphia Flyers, highly respectable as well, third best in the NHL at an 85.5% 5% kill rate. They've given up just 10 power play goals against on the season. Let's talk about the top 5 scorers for each of these teams. The Philadelphia Flyers are paced by Konecny, 11 goals and 15 assists, lead each of those categories individually, so overall 26 points paces the Philadelphia Flyers. Mitchkov is 8 goals and 9 assists for 17 points, Sanheim 5 and 8 for 13, Couturier's 5 and 6 for 11, and Tippett's 4 goals and 7 assists for 11 points. On the Nashville Predators side of the ledger, Philip Forsberg's at 9 goals and 8 assists for 17 points. The captain, Roman Josi, is at 4 goals and 13 assists, also 17 points. Co-leaders Forsberg and Josi. Marchessault is at 4 and 8 for 12. O'Reilly's at 3 and 9 for 12. Stamkos is at 7 goals, 4 assists for 11 overall points. UC Saros' record is frankly not very good. 6-10 and 2 on the season, but the rest of the numbers not bad. 2.57 goals against average, .915 save percentage, 2 shutouts on the season. Fedotov took the loss in the shootout in the most recent game for the Flyers on the season. His updated statistics are 3-4 and 1 of the 3.69 goals against, an .874 save percentage. That's got you all set up for the Nashville Predators hosting the Philadelphia Flyers heading into Thanksgiving. Before the break, one more game for the Nashville Predators to go. That's going to do it for the preview segment. Let's go back and talk about what happened in New Jersey. It's the Rebirth Sports full game recap. It's coming up next right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast.
Hockey players are as unique as the game itself, and your uniform should be tailored to fit you. Rebirth Sports is your sports apparel tailor. From shells, bags, warm-ups, hats, hoodies, branding, and more, let Rebirth Sports be your custom hockey tailor.
And don't forget to tell them they do more than just hockey.
Rebirth Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Rebirth Sport, a match made in hockey.
It's now time for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We go all the way back to November the 25th of the year 2024 when the Nashville Predators were in New Jersey to face off with the Devils. Head coach Andrew Nett deploys his lines and defensive combinations in the following way. Forsberg, O'Reilly, and Nyquist, Parsonen, Svechkov, and Stamkos, Jankowski, Novak, and Marchessault, Smith, Sissons, and LaRue, Luzon, Josi, Shea, Carrier, Delgaizo, Shen, and UC Saros gets the start in net. Our first action of the game takes place 53 seconds in when Alex carries off to the box. 2 minutes for hooking. UC Saros comes up with a save on Hamilton, then does that again before coming up with a save on Hischier, and then comes up with a save on Haula. The New Jersey Devils pouring it on in the first couple of minutes in this game thanks to an early power play. But at 5:08 of the first period, it's Philip Forsberg with his 9th goal of the season, getting the Nashville Predators on the board first in New Jersey. A shot from out of nowhere off of the half wall. Unassisted goal goes to Philip Forsberg. First shot on goal of the game for the Predators goes into the net. 6:30 the first period. It's Saros coming up with the save on Kovacevic. At the 11:29 mark of the first period, it's Eric Haula, former Nashville Predator, with his 5th goal of the season, tying the game up at 1 apiece. Weak side tip in of Kovacevic's feed off of the rush. A really good execution here by the New Jersey Devils and by Eric Haula. 11:42 now of the first period. It's Markstrom coming up with a save on Jankowski. Only the 2nd shot on goal of the game for the Nashville Predators, but this one did not go into the net. So at 11:42 of the game, the Predators only have 2 shots on net. 12:06 now of the first period. Saros coming up with a save on Hughes, plus the follow-up. This was a very strong sequence by the starting netminder of the Nashville Predators. 15:47, Markstrom comes up with a save on Philip Forsberg at the 17:25 mark. Haula's off to the box. 2 minutes for hooking, so scores a goal and then takes a penalty in the first period. Nyquist would hit the post. The puck would go off the inside of the far post, trickle all the way across to the near post, and then get locked down, get a whistle, but it would stay out of the net as much as you would have thought. That puck found its way in. It did not. Strong, aggressive penalty kill by the Devils after that. It was like the Predators suffered a little bit of deflation after that Nyquist play where the puck did not go in. We're at the end of the first period. We're tied at 1 apiece. The Devils are out shooting the Predators 12-7. UC Saros doing some incredible work, especially early in the period. 3 seconds into the second period, now it's Meyer off the box. 2 minutes for tripping on Philip Forsberg. It occurred, of course, off the opening face-off on the clean sheet. Markstrom comes up with a save on Marchessault, but that would be it for the Predators. The aggressive PK by the Devils again, preventing the Predators from getting anything done. 2:46 now of the second period. Saros coming with a save on Hamilton at 3:52. It is Hischier with his 11th goal of the season. He gets around Delgaizo and tucks the puck through the 5-hole. And this, unfortunately for Delgaizo, he got dog-walked in his home state in front of approximately 100 of his friends and family. Tough moment for the young defenseman for the Nashville Predators, but you got to give Hischier credit for the slick play and the good hands in close range. 2-1 now in favor of the New Jersey Devils. 5:12 of the second period. Markstrom comes up with a save on Josi. 6:17 of the second. Saros save on Palat. 8:51 of the second period. Saros comes up with a save on Timo Meyer. 9:33 of the the second period. It is the Nashville Predators off the box. 2 minutes for too many men on the ice. Bench minor. This puts the Devils on the power play and allows Hischier to pick up his 12th goal of the season, second of the period. A rebound put back after intense pressure by the Devils. Even with the best penalty kill unit in the league, tough to sustain that amount of pressure that the Devils were pouring on. That makes it 3-1 in favor of the Devils. Then at 12:08 of the second, Hughes is off the box, 2 minutes for tripping, giving the Predators another opportunity on the power play, but they would be unable to do anything. As a matter of fact, UC Saros would come up with the biggest save of the sequence. That would be on Mercer, and the PK for the Devils strong yet again. Return to 5-on-5 hockey. We find ourselves at 16:56, and it's Hischier with his 13th goal of the season. Yes, his third of the period, a natural hat trick. He actually fans on the shot on the breakaway, but when you're having this kind of game, the puck still finds its way in. Fooled Saros all the way with the changeup on the fanning, and it is in for the natural hat trick. Take a slight delay in the game here to collect the new hats for Hischier. 13th of the season. An impressive outburst by the Devils here in the second period makes it 4-1. The Devils out shooting the Predators 30 shots on goal after 2 periods to 18 for Nashville. We hit the start of the third period and we find 2 pieces of information start. Saros is out of this game and Wedgwood is in. That is just simply to get UC Saros a break from Nico Hischier and to get Wedgwood some time in. And Jeremy Lauzon, we would find out at this moment, he had missed plenty of shifts up to this point. We'd find out officially on the broadcast that he was out with a lower body injury, is now listed officially as day-to-day. 1:22 now of the third period. Hall is off the box, 2 minutes for holding, and it's Markstrom coming up with the save on Stamkos. Then Svechkov gets 2 shots blocked as he's doing some strong power play work in the slot area. We flip to the backside of the sheet, and we find at 7:39 of the third period, it's LaRue with his second goal of the season. Yossi springs the breakaway at the blue line, forehand, backhand, 5-hole for LaRue, and that cuts the Devils' lead in half at least, giving the Predators a reasonable shot here in the third period. It's 4-2 in favor of the New Jersey Devils. 10:01 now of the third period. It's Wedgwood coming with a save on Pesci. 11:20 of the third. It's Wedgwood coming with a save on Hischier, something Saros struggled to do in this game. As a matter of fact, Wedgwood doing a really strong job through this sequence of the game, keeping the Predators realistically alive in this one. 12:17 of the third. It's Meyer off to the box. 5 minutes for cross-checking on LaRue. It was a reactionary penalty, and it was just excellent pest work right there. It is exactly what you expect out of a disturber to do. LaRue went in. He did just enough to draw Meyer into the situation, and he earns his team a 5-minute major down by 2 in the third period, and he suffers some dental work, so sacrifice right there by the young Nashville Predators. Scores a goal in this period, then sacrifices his dental work to give his team a chance. Markstrom comes up with a save on Yossi pretty quickly, but that's going to be it for the 5-minute major for the Nashville Predators. Only 1 shot on goal, and that was it. Very, very disappointing. I got excited and fired up, and I thought the Predators were going to at least make a run at this thing, but the Predators did not. 17-25. Dowling's first of the season is an empty netter. That makes it 5-2 in favor of the New Jersey Devils, and that's going to be your final score. Devils, 45 shots on goal in this game. The Nashville Predators, 21 shots on goal in this game. And while the score and the shots seem a little bit pretty far apart, actually not a little bit apart, but pretty far apart, there was a time in this game when the Predators were battling hard, and they were certainly in it. But, man, Nico Hischier took over the game in the second period, and the Devils were able to put it away in the third period with their penalty killing. Their penalty killing superb throughout the entire game. The Predators might have committed the game with the number 1 penalty killing unit in the league, but the Devils looked like the better PK unit in this game and helped secure their team a victory on home ice with that 5-minute kill there in the third period. LaRue gets some dental work. Lauzon's out day to day, and the Predators suffer a loss at the Rock in New Jersey. We'll be back with more box score analysis and so much more on the Renegades of Puck podcast. That was the Rebirth Sports full game recap.
Hello. I'm Tracy, owner-operator of Strong Style Fitness. And that's me and my training assistant, Rizzo. And we are here to bring you fitness that meets you where you are by offering circuit classes, bar-inspired classes, Tabata workouts, boot camps, guided stretching, and more, all taught by a certified personal trainer, me. To learn more, go to our website, strongstylefit.com. Subscribe on YouTube at Strong Style Fitness. Follow on social media at Strong Style Fit. But most importantly, let's get you moving. It doesn't matter if it's your first workout or you've been doing it for years. Strong Style Fitness has the workout that meets you on your journey and helps you along the path to a happier, healthier life. I understand where you've been, what you were going through, and where you were going, and I want to take you there. We'll see you on the mat. Mwah.
Let's very quickly go through the analysis of this New Jersey game. UC Saros, 26 out of 34 goals against. Hischier just abused him and the defense overall, including Delgado, especially Delgado, unfortunately, in front of 100 friends. So UC Saros takes the start, goes 2 periods, gives up 4 goals against, and gives way to Wedgwood just to save him some time and some saves. Wedgwood, though, thought he was very strong in this one. 15 out of 15 is a perfect sheet right there, and he gave his team a chance. Down by 3, you don't expect the backup goaltender to give you a chance to win, but once the Preds scored that second goal and they got that major, it was the work that Wedgwood had done, especially in the middle part of that third period, that looked like it gave the Predators at least an opportunity, and that's all you can ask for from a goalie coming in relief in these particular circumstances. Philip Forsberg scored a goal in this game, his 9th of the season. That's the team lead. He also generated 3 shots on goal, 21-21 in total time on ice. And you know what? When it's the first shot on goal and it's a surprise like that, it comes from out of nowhere. It's unassisted off the half wall, sharp angle shot, catches the goalie unaware. You just start to think maybe this is the beginning of a big night for a player like Phil Forsberg. Maybe it's a Hischier type game coming for Phil Forsberg, but it was not to be. That was the end of the scoring for Philip Forsberg. Leroux has a goal in this game, also 5 hits, sacrificed his teeth to earn a major for his team in the third period. A professional pass move right there. Claude Lemieux and Asa Tikkanen would have loved seeing that one. As a matter of fact, they probably did love seeing it. They're still around. So it was, he goes in, he initiates, and then takes the retaliation. The retaliation went way too far. And down by 2, giving your team a 5-minute major power play. That should have been enough to get the Predators back in it, but that was not enough whatsoever. So let's talk about that 5-minute major for just a second. Leroux taking that next step in his NHL career, getting more comfortable on his skates, getting more comfortable with his hands. The goal he scored was great. The hits he was putting on, the way he's being a pest out there, I think he deserves more ice time. He deserves more minutes. I'd like the coaching staff to start to recognize that. That 5-minute major was an absolute mess. 1 shot on goal at the beginning. They even had the 6-on-4 for the last several seconds of it, but the window was open right there, and the Devils' penalty kill absolutely slammed it shut. The Devils' PK was great this whole game. They were aggressive. It was difficult for the Predators to do anything at any point in time on any power play, but with a 5-minute major and the caliber and the talent that the Predators had to roll out there and the circumstance and the desperation that they should have been able to put on, that power play was absolutely abysmal. I don't like it. I want to see better out of that. And the time on ice leaders for the power play, when you're talking about having over 10 minutes of power play time and not scoring on that power play time, my God, that is abysmal. That's going to do it for the analysis portion of things. Let's hear from our good friends at Stripe Digital Solutions. Let's knock out this box score and let's go home for the night.
The digital environment can be quite intimidating, time-consuming, and cumbersome, especially with all those other areas that need attention at your business. And that's why Stripe Digital Solutions is here to help. I know, because that's exactly what Stripe Digital Solutions did for me and the Renegades of Puck. From designing my home website and helping me create my merchandise to special event posters, brand building, and social media management. But it's not just that, it's so much more. Stripe Digital Solutions has helped me every step of the way. From startup to full-time operation, Stripe Digital Solutions has been there to assist and advise every single step of the journey. In today's fast-paced world, the path to success is having a strong digital partner, and nobody is better in the trenches than Brandy and Stripe Digital Solutions. Get the solution before it's even a problem with Stripe Digital Solutions.
Welcome back in. Time for the good cold hard numbers known as the box score. Leroux and Forsberg pick up the only goals in this game. Yossi the only assist, so it was Forsberg's goal unassisted. Leroux only gets an assist on the Roman Yossi pass right there. Shots on goal leaders: Shea with 4, Yossi with 3, Novak with 3. Good to mention his name for once. 3 for Philip Forsberg. When it comes to blocked shots, only 2, when you can't really block shots when the Devils just skate around you and get all their shots on your goalie in close range 1-on-1. 2 block shots for Cole Smith, 2 for Roman Yossi. In the physical component of things, Luke Shen with 8 hits in this game. Leroux had 5, and Luzon had 4 in only his 9-11 of total time on ice before leaving the game injured. Your time on ice leaders overall: 21-32 for O'Reilly, 21-21 for Forsberg, 19-44 for Steven Stamkos, 27-58 for Roman Yossi, 23-44 for Brady Shea. The time on ice leaders for the power play. 0 for 5 plus the 5-minute major. This is just truly, it's bad. 10:33 for Steven Stamkos. 8:21 for Marchessault. 8:06 for O'Reilly. 8:03 for Forsberg. 8:53 for Romeo without producing a single thing in this game. Listen, I know the Devils' PK is all right, but you have got to do better than that. The Predators' penalty kill was 1 for 2, was 50% in this game. The time on ice leaders for that one, 141 for Colt Smith, 132 for Colton Sissons, 116 for Roman Josi, 114 for Jeremy Lauzon, and 119 for Brady Shea. Penalty kill, unfortunately, for the Predators, only 50% in this game. Your goaltenders, UC Saros 26 out of 34 goals against, an in-game save percentage of .867. Scott Wedgwood, a clean sheet, 15 of 15. A couple other numbers falling out of the box. Scored again, the power play 0 for 5, plus the major. The penalty kill 1 for 2. The faceoff winning percentage abysmal at 38.9%. 30 hits, didn't do enough. 11 block shots, 7 takeaways, 20 giveaways, and that's going to do it for the good cold hard numbers. Listen, really suffering from a bad neck and back injury right now. Thankfully, some medication has been able to loosen things up, so able to get through the show, able to gut through the show. But that's going to do it. We're going to wrap things up. We're going to go get some rest and recovery, and we're going to get back to it. So everybody have a happy Thanksgiving, and we absolutely look forward to being back in the trenches here very soon for you. Appreciate your viewership, appreciate your time, and appreciate each and every one of you. Stick taps, love, and respect. I am your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Saunier.